This project site is located up in Payson, Arizona. Lena is packing up the N300 and L1. She just finished flying the site for our mapping purposes. I'm flying it with the Avata 2 for video. There's the base for the survey crew that's up here at the same time that we are. Usually the survey crew has already come and gone, but in this scenario or on this site, they're still here doing some other type of surveying. They've already set the GCPs so that we can get our mapping flight done, but they're doing some additional topo work and boundary work that the company is doing. But me and Lena, we don't get involved in that aspect. We just do the mapping. We are near the Payson Airport, so there's a lot of air traffic that was flying through here earlier while we were mapping the site. The approach path coming into Payson Airport was right over our project site and at 200 AGL that we were flying at. We did have to pause several times, lower the drone, let the aircraft through, and then resumed our flight. It's pretty easy to do when you have two people, visual observer, and and the pilot. So I was the observer, Lena was the pilot doing the flight. You can see some garbage in there, so there is kind of like a homeless encampment in different locations in this area, which was kind of interesting. You can't see it from the road, so didn't even know it was there. So it's kind of hard to see some things that when you're wearing the goggles and flying this thing, but there's the survey crew right there, lower right hand corner, taking some shots with his GPS. So as I fly around here, I'm trying to get video capture that we can use back in the office when we're doing our planimetrics and building our surface file. So the video gives us that look that we can use in helping preparing those deliverables. I like doing the video flights. They're fun. I like wearing the goggles, using the motion controller. It is pretty immersive and kind of like back in the days when I was flying manned aircraft. It's fun. So I let Lena do the tough stuff, and then especially on jobs like this when we both go out, and then I'll do the video work. So there's the surveyor's truck. That's probably where I would have parked had I drove the company van that's in the shop. But since I drove my personal vehicle, I don't take it off the road. I'm not going to damage it while on the project site. So as you can see, there's quite a bit of open area. If you've done any type of mapping at all, there is quite a bit of open area so that you can tag the ground to build the surface file and generate contours that will go under those bushes and trees. Using LiDAR is a much better option. However, our LiDAR unit needs to go in and get recalibrated. There is a little bit of distortion. So we'll still wind up using the DSM from the imagery on this site to generate the surface file. But like I said, there is enough open area where we can tag the ground and get a surface on the ground and a bare earth model. So I'm just going to do another loop around here just so that I'm capturing everything. I'm not sure exactly what this project site is being mapped for. I am assuming that it's probably residential development. It has slowly been moving north from Payson, and this is kind of on the far north end of Payson. So I doubt that it's anything but residential area that's going in here. And you can see there's some residents on the other side of the road, so I believe that's probably what they're doing. So as I cruise around here, again, I'm just looking for things that I may need to get a nice video on to help us back in the office as we work on the deliverables. Now, I do like flying the Avata 2 in this configuration with the goggles and motion controller. It's pretty immersive and it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to cross back over the road here. I'm going to go down low and I'm going to get down through the trees here and follow this footpath and fly low to the ground, which kind of gives you that feeling or emotional, or not motion, feeling of motion because you're close to the ground and things are zooming by. And that's kind of a cool feeling. So now we're headed back to our operational area. Now the thing I like most about this type of flying is that I like doing the landings to kind of mimic how I used to fly manned aircraft coming in to approach and landing. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm lining up with the landing pad and coming in and going to do our land. Hi, Lena. Okay, here we are. There we go.